Hey guys, Teach Me Grappling here. I'm going to narrate this role or this wrestling match or battle at practice between these two behemoths. We've got Jonathan and Boris. Jonathan's on the left, goes for a front headlock, tries to snap Boris down. Boris doesn't go for it, and you notice both these wrestlers are pretty talented. They're about 21 years of age, and they're obviously heavyweights, so they're not going to move quite like the lightweights, but they do move quickly. Notice a body lock by Boris. He looks for a throw, and then as Jonathan tries to crowd him, they go out of bounds. And right here, Jonathan wants to know what I would score it, as I am the person behind this camera. I try to tell him that the action was started by Boris, and that would mean that Jonathan would not score. I don't think Boris went towards his back as he was being crowded. I think that it was his move. I would not score that uh, as anything. There is a possible score you could get, um, but I gave it nothing. So right here, they're battling near the edge. You're going to notice they get really, really aggressive near the edge because they are wrestling with freestyle rules. And as Jonathan was trying to drive out Boris, there's Boris with a little Uchimata using the whizzer, try to get an ankle pick. Now Jonathan's got the body lock, Boris in the double overhooks. He looks to step around, and now he's going to get countered in a beautiful 4-point throw by Jonathan. Notice how the left leg stepped behind Boris as Boris tried to go for his own. He got caught in a bad spot, got hit with a nice 4-point throw. In freestyle wrestling, you get 4 points. Notice the attack, little fake leg attack. Then he tried to snap the head. Again, these are heavyweights, but they are very talented wrestlers. Little arm drag, 2-on-1, looks for a single leg. Nice sprawl by Jonathan. And again, they're big boys, but they can move very quickly. Boris has got to be close to 280, maybe even a little bit more at this point. Jonathan's definitely up there as well. So these are full heavyweight size wrestlers. Jonathan is a national champion. Boris is one of the better wrestlers in the state of California. Um, there's Jonathan with a nice double, but he got caught with an underhook. If you guys want to check that out again, you'll notice Boris hit a nice left underhook right there to defend. Again, the more you guys watch and you get into wrestling, you'll be able to see what's going on and truly understand the head positioning. There's the snap to the double. Overhooks by Jonathan. Boris looking for a step out, trying to get him out of bounds. Jonathan circles back in very nicely so he doesn't give up a point. In freestyle, if you drive an opponent out, like right here, watch Jonathan. He's cutting off the mat, looking for the push out. He would then be scored with 1 for a step out. And go back in the center. And I believe this time is going to expire pretty soon. There's a push off by Jonathan. Underhook, overhook situation. Notice Jonathan. Oh, and there was just a really bad attempt. Boris attempted to step around with his overhook side, and he wanted to hit a throw on Jonathan, similar to what he used against Boris earlier, but it ended up him getting countered to his back. That was definitely a 2-point takedown by Jonathan. So here's their second go. Notice the tapping on the head. Got to be careful, no fingers in the eyes. Wrist controls. Jonathan's getting a good stance. He's looking to. He's frisky right here. He's like a cat. He's looking to like set him up with his motion and his movement. You can tell an opponent's trying to shoot, or he's at least trying to set him up. He's not looking for a throw right there. He's looking for a shot. There it is. Again, you notice Jonathan got caught with the underhook. Boris looking to drive him out of bounds. He's got the over-under. Jonathan's playing a little. See, that was a little trick right there. He played a little weak. Really, he wanted to use his underhook to drive Boris out. He would score a 1-point step out right there. Back in the stance. Again, these guys train together a lot, so they are friendly, but they do get in fights every once in a while at practice, so they do like to get after it. They're competitors. There's a little finger control right there. We want to try to break that. We don't want to have the fingers interlock like that. That's kind of a tough position. You can hurt your fingers, and also it can be considered stalling. There's the overhook by Boris. He's looking really to stand up. He wants to try to create some action. Jonathan's staying very safe with his head positioning. You notice he doesn't want to take a nice underhook because Boris got the overhook. Boris really wants to get something big right here. Jonathan's keeping his head position, staying low so he can't get thrown. Hits a nice little knee pick straight to his back. He'd get his 4 right there, and could possibly even get the fall.
Stay focused, boys.
Back in the stance. Here we go. Wrestling. This is freestyle wrestling you're watching. This is basically the way it works. Obviously, this isn't a real match. This is just practice. This is how we practice in wrestling for freestyle. Okay, notice the pump fakes. Jonathan's checking them with feints. He's feinting those shots. There's the shot. He tries to run through him. Boris with a nice sprawl. He's got a front headlock, but Jonathan's coming up. And again, Boris is going to look for something big right here. Boom. He got Jonathan to step out. So technically right here, I would award 1 point Boris for a step out. But he did attempt to step around, and he got kind of caught on his back. But the step out happened first. So I would award that 1 for Boris. But definitely wasn't too good in the end for him. Again, so looking right here, look at their tie-ups. Jonathan's got the collar tie and the wrist control. He's controlling it, but his back is to the edge. Nice high crotch, nice lift, and that's a big lift, lifting up a big man like Boris with a high crotch. Okay, if you guys saw that, that was nice right there. Really nice, but you notice he had control of the tie-up. Boris wants to get him right back. Beautiful shot, kind of too far out, but he caught Jonathan sleeping. And now we're going to see a little bit of mat wrestling. There's a 2-point turn. Nice freestyle turn using the power half Nelson. And now he's leg riding and using a little crossface. Jonathan wants back up, but I'm explaining to him he's got to get out of this situation because Boris is trying to look for the fall. He wants to pin Jonathan. So Jonathan's got to get off his back for a referee to stand the match back up. And he finally makes it to his stomach. Another power half coming. Notice Jonathan locking his hands. He's trying to defend that power half. Boris has gotten too high now, and they're going to get stood back up. Winding down here to our last minute. Again, nice little snap by Jonathan. Gets on his toes, starts shuffling around. He knows Boris wants to come. He wants to get him back. Boris wants to score. I mean, when you've been scored on, you want to get that score back. Nice little shot. Jonathan with the sprawl. Nice little move right there. That was what I call a snake out. He pulled back and snaked out of the front headlock, and it led to a nice little arm drag counter. I'd love to do a technique video on that movement. That's something that I teach my wrestlers quite a bit. But that's not something I've taught Boris. Boris just knew that from his prior training. Again, standing the match back up. And that's what we have for you today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Teach Me Grappling. See you guys next time with more great stuff.